Hi, this is Miss Lisa from Pinellas Park, Florida, United States of America. Just letting you guys know that today we're going to be dealing with measurements, something very important. Bed measurements, bed garment, bed clothes. Very important. For those who give a damn, it is a balmy 82 degrees, which is a 27 Celsius for those who do not do Fahrenheit. I thought today you guys would like to know how warm it is because of the fabrics I usually choose do tend towards the warmer climate. I know a lot of you are in the warmer climate, but for those of you in the cold, hey Buffalo, I'm a native from Buffalo, New York. I say hi, but I'm not going to do any heavyweight clothing, so think summer weight, and only because I want to use a woven for this part of my series, and I want it to be lightweight because we're making patterns. Yes, we're going to make the pattern. I decided not to do it straight to cloth because, let's face it, it's too expensive and none of us can afford to make them mistakes. So we are going to do a pattern. Now, we are going to be doing the measurements today, and you're going to find a few of mine a bit surprising. And we're going to start off with some of the basics. Now, we did lose our co-instructor. He may have been in there a few seconds ago, but now he's decided to move to a chair. And that was the kitty you guys all saw at one point up on my header of my webpage. But this is Xavier, and he helps me run the classroom when I'm having classes. His job is to check out everybody's work, get loves and pets. He's a handsome boy, isn't he? And he will sleep for the whole rest of the class until everybody's ready to go, and then he wants to be petted and loved again, so we all remember who he is. Just thought I'd introduce him. Now back to his chair. He'll probably go to sleep. We won't see him till later probably. Now, this is my dear friend Anne, and we are best buds, and she's probably one of the few women I would let measure me, and she's going to help. If I didn't have her, there's a few measurements I can't make. For those of you who don't have somebody to measure you, first of all, your best choice for somebody is your mother, your sister, a cousin, not your husband. Because we all know if he says the wrong number, we're going to be upset. And he's just telling you the number he sees. So, you know. But we don't want any, break up any marriages over something this nice, okay? So we leave him out. So, we're going to start with the measurements. Now, we had it a second ago, and here it is. Runs away. I tell you, this thing has got, it's a snake, it just goes everywhere. So I'm going to do my own head measurement. Now this is really important. You're all like, what, are we making hats? Yes, that's for you, Carrie, because you're the one that asked. No, I'm not making hats. I did get a 22 inch for me, 56 centimeters for those else. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's too big or too small. Yesterday we thought I had an extra ½ inch, so somebody said, did you get a swelled head? Not yet, not yet. Okay, that's an important, why do I want a head measurement? If you're making your own clothes and you're trying to figure out, can I get it over my head and not have to put a zipper or a button or something else in? Good to know. You always know if you got the head measurement, if you can get your head in that hole, you're good to go. Okay, the next one is the neck. Alright, no choking yourself on this one. And no doing the turtle. I don't want to see this. I just want you to hold your neck really nice. And then mine comes out to an even 15 inches. Not bad, really. It used to be 18. That was when I was big. Question may come up. Gonna hit it right now while I'm thinking about it. Why doesn't Miss Lisa wear her own home sewn clothes? Well, Miss Lisa lost 60 pounds. Lot of sizes came down. And yes, I'm wearing a lot of the clothes from them. So if you see things and you're going, wow, I wouldn't wear that, it looks too big, I haven't had time. You know, I've been busy. So while we're making a dress for you, we're making a dress for me too. So it'll get at least one good dress out of the deal, won't I? And hopefully more down the road, because we're going to show you how to do other things. I only wear dresses, but I still can work with it, what we'll be making. But that was something I wanted to just share with you right now. All right, now the next 3 measurements we're going to do twice. But we're going to do them 2 different ways. All right, the bust measurement we're going to do while I'm standing up. And we're going to get the wonderful number of 42 and a half. Not bad. And we're going to do my waist. Now, if everybody's wearing their ribbon, like I said, this is where your natural waist is. See where the hip comes in? That is a little low. Where the top of my ribbon is right where the natural waist is. Don't go to your belly button, that's too low. Don't go up your ribs, that's too high. You want to be right in here, okay? And just stand the way you normally stand. I don't stand super erect because it hurts my back. So this is the way I normally stand, and unfortunately, yes, it makes my stomach 42. It's better than it was. And then we do the hips. Now the hips for me, it includes the biggest part of your butt. And because I got a little bit of a pouch here, yes, Australia, I have a pouch, which means there's a kangaroo in Florida. Don't send anybody over to pick me up. Well, I take that back. Nebby, if you can send somebody to pick me up, then we'll talk, okay? All right, so I bring it up just a little bit, so I'm not totally forgetting that I got a little bit here. All right, and the other thing is we don't want to be like the men that hike everything up, put it underneath, and, oh, I'm the same size I was in high school. That doesn't work for us girls. All right, and for you guys out there, now you know you don't want to do that. It's, no, yeah. All right, so my hips came to 44 and a half. Well, not so bad. Okay, here is the surprise. Now, did you ever think, this dress looked so good in the store, and when I came home and I'm sitting there, man, it gapes in the front, or it feels too tight, or when I sit down, I'm afraid it's going to rip. That's because of lack of ease. And something that people normally don't think about is that when you sit down, you got gravity, you kind of spotch out a little bit. So I'm going to sit down and take these measurements. And you tell me, how big of a difference is it? Now for you girls who are like size 14, maybe size 12 and under, this isn't going to make a difference to you guys. You're lucky. You probably don't have spotches, but as you get older, you do. Alright, you're sitting here, and it's kind of like, let's sit like we're having a cup of coffee, not like we're, you know, having a prim tea party. Okay, and now we get my bust measurement, 44. That's like 2 inches bigger. Yeah. Okay, and then we have my waist. And I normally sit like this because my back, I have disability, so kind of have to sit funny sometimes. Alright, and when we get this number, we're only up to 43 and a half. Not so bad. And this measurement is the biggest surprise. Now, normally when we sit, we swatch a little bit, right? Well, guess what it is when I sit like this. This is that normal. I'm having that cup of coffee again. 51.5 inches. That's a bit. It's like, what, 6.5 inches? Yeah, somewhere in there. That is not ease in a pattern. Patterns, they give you like 3 inches more than you got, and this would mean either a ripped seam or a very uncomfortable dress. So this kind of ease is something most people don't think about. And when they get a dress, of course when you go and you try on clothes, you're standing up. Who sits down in one of those little rooms? I don't. And then you get home and you try to sit down in your dress and you're like, oh my God, look at me. Yeah, that's why. So this is an important measurement. All right, now we are going to do the rest of these in order. And for that, I want to look at my list too, because I'm not as good at remembering as you know. But that was all the sitting measurements. So right now we're going to do, Anna's going to do this so we get them accurate. Now, if you're not wearing a tight t-shirt or something that's got side seams, just imagine cutting yourself in half and going down. And please remember, the front of you is not always the same as the back of you, and for some of us, the back of us is definitely not the front of us. Okay? So, we're going to do the bust from side seam to side seam. Pardon me.
Stay. Okay. 24.25 inches and 62.5 centimeters.
There we go. Alright, and now we're going to do the back of that. Yes, if you're doing this,
Wait, here.
yeah. You want to have your arms up, don't have them in the way.
21.75 inches and 55.5 centimeters.
Okay, and now we're going to do the waist, which is going to be right at the top of the ribbon or belt you have, and aside from seam to seam.
Let's see, we have 19 inches and 48.5 centimeters.
And then we're going to do the hips from the back, biggest part of you, always.
Okay, that is 24.5 inches and 62 centimeters.
And there we go on those. Alright, I'm going to do my own center front to waist. And where it starts, this is the soft, hollow spot of your neck. There's a little bone right here at the base. You can feel that one. I'm going to bring it straight down to the top of your natural waist. And in mine, it's exactly 15 inches. And that 15 inches comes out to 38.5 centimeters. Now, you put it right back where you were a minute ago, and you let it fall. Now this next number is your personal number on this. how long do you want your dress? Now, when I do this, I let it drop down, I bring it down as far as my little fingers will go, and I hold it there. Then I can bend forward and find my knee, bend your knee a little bit if you're not sure, and coming down. For me, 40 inches is the perfect dress length, and that's 102 centimeters. It's not too long, it's not too short. Sometimes I like dresses a little longer, like what I'm wearing, but not always. So, it's a good number. The next ones are unusual. They are side seams. And it usually goes over the biggest part of your bust, and it comes from where your shoulder seam is, and then it goes to your waist. Okay. 18 3/8. Not so bad. Alright. Now we go and we do the other side. And we come down. Same thing, right? Wanna bet? Mine is 19 on the other side. Everybody has a shoulder a little bit higher or lower. You never know until if you're wearing your tank top and it's always flipping off on over your shoulder, it's probably the side that's a little lower than the other. Everybody has it. If you sew for yourself, it's great because you can get rid of that problem. Okay, and that is the front ones now. And it's going to do the two back ones. And they just go over that middle the section between your waist side seam and your center.
15 1/4 inches and 39 centimeters.
Okay, and then we do the other side.
Mm. 15 2/8.
1/4.
Oh, okay. And then 39 centimeters.
Okay, and then we are now looking at the armhole circumference. This one's a little bit different to do. And it took me a while before I figured out how to do it. Now granted, I could do it without Anton, but because I have someone handy here, I'm going to use some help. Now, you can take any kind of straight edge that has ruler markings on it. If you don't have ruler markings on it, you're just going to be pinching this in the front, and if you have a friend that's doing this with you, she pinches it in the back, just behind your skin, and you can measure that section. But we have a ruler, so we don't have to. But the big thing is, this goes under your arm. Put your arm down, and then Ann will take this and put it so it stands on the very edge of the ruler, so we can see where she has it. And then I have it down here in the front, and I have 11 inches, and that's 36.5 centimeters. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch my little ruler here. Ann's going to pinch it in the back right near my skin. I'm going to pinch the ruler, and then I'm going to take my arm out. And what we're going to do is, it's right there. Okay, we're going to put that there. We're going to put that there, and that's 7 inches. Okay, so when we want to know what our full armhole is, we're going to take that first number and the second number. We're going to add them together, and that is the full circumference of the armhole. It gets shaped different ways for different patterns, but you need to have that basic number. The next measurement that we're going to do is the upper arm circumference. Now we're going to do both arms because left-handed people, right-handed people, one arm is always a little bigger than the other, and whichever one is bigger is going to be the one you work with for your pattern. It's not always a big difference. If there's a huge difference, then yeah, we'll have to talk later on that one. But for now, we're just going to do this, and since I've always done this one myself, for any of you women or men who are very muscular, pump it up to do this. Mine doesn't pump up like it used to, so, but you want to get the biggest part there. And let's see, this is my left arm, and it's 14 inches exactly, which makes it 35.5 centimeters. Now, we go to my right arm, we pump it up, and let's see what we get for this one. This is actually my weak arm, so let's see if it's any different. Mine is 14 inches. Ah, who knew? Some people have a little difference. If it's like a 1/4 inch, don't worry about it. If it's like more than an inch difference, then you have to go according to the bigger arm. I do know in the list I didn't mark left and right, so you'll have to do that part. So, we are now down to an elbow circumference. I know, stupid, huh? Not really. Want to know something? Take a look at this. Alright, you're sitting there, you're thinking, oh, that's how she means to measure your elbow, right? And mine's a measly 11 inches, 28.5 centimeters. But the real measurement is when you put your arm up like this and then measure it. You can see it's on the corner, right on the pointy part there, and then you measure it. Mine goes up a bit. Mine went up a whole 1/2 inch. Now, that doesn't seem like much, but there are some sleeves that are very tight, and you want to know that you can move your arm in it. You don't want to make a dress that you can't move in. Now, with my other elbow, it's a different story. It's a 13. Go figure. Now, if I did it the other way, yeah, it'd be like about 10.5. This is the one I had an accident as a child and then changed it. That's why. So that's important to consider. All these measurements seems like, oh my God, woman, when are you going to stop? Soon, very soon. But you need to have them because if you want to have the best dress, the best shirt, jacket, whatever we make, you want to have the right measurements. Once we do this, we don't have to do this again unless you gain more than 10 pounds or lose more than 10 pounds. Those kind of things. But beyond that, you can keep these numbers for quite a while. Alright, wrist. I am happy to admit, with all the weight loss, I am just a nice little 7-inch wrist. When I was at my biggest, I was almost 9 inches. And that's like 13 centimeters for the 7-inch. Okay. Now here's a sleeve measurement. I have it down as armhole, but it's meant to start from the top of the armhole, which would be that funny bone that we use to measure from our neck to our shoulder for the shoulder width. This one, we want to take it, we just inch our fingers down, and we bend our elbow right there so we can see where it ends. And right now, we're looking at about 14 inches on mine. Then the next one is, we're going to have it from the same point, but we bend the elbow a little bit, and we need to get our wrist. Now this is how I normally do this. I know Anne could help me do this one if she wanted to, but it comes down the outer side, around the elbow, and then down to my wrist. And what do you get on that one?
23 1/4 inches and 60 and a half centimeters.
And that's one, if you bend it, then you have a built-in ease for a long sleeve pattern. You go to do short sleeves, we take different measurements for that. Actually, it's the exact same, but we figure out how long we want it because people like short sleeves from here to here. Some like going here, some like going there. So that's one of those. It's what you want. Okay, we've done that, and now our last one. Yay! Our last measurement. We start at the underarm. We come down to the elbow, and we stop at the elbow for a minute, and we got 9 inches. Then we go all the way down to the wrist, and we get 18 inches. Just remember, not everybody has the same measurements, and nobody's got bad measurements. Just remember that. Be proud of your measurements. That's what you've got. That's what you make yourself. Okay? Now, ladies, we are done measuring. Men, it's your turn. And we are going to introduce my son, Jeffrey. Isn't he cute?
Hola.
Huh? Yes, he's handsome. All right, same stuff. Actually, his list is shorter. You guys, you just don't, I don't know, you don't need everything we need. So we make it a lot easier. We still need to know how fat your head is, though. So we bring it around, and Jeffrey's is 24. Hey, I thought mine was big. So 24 is not so bad for a guy. And then we do the neck. Now keep your head up. Yep, he's very right. Move your hair out of the way. Has lovely hair, you know. Okay, we do his neck, and he's got an 18 inches. What is that in centimeters? 46 centimeters. Huh, who knew? All right, then we do chest. Yep, but not all the way up. Put your arms out like an airplane. If you put his arms way up, this measurement will be way off. And just like us girls, biggest part of him, he's got a 48 and a quarter. Okay, and then, as you can tell, the boys are having fun. That's what brothers do. Then we do his waist. And he's got, oh my, Jeff, 53. Oh, he's the cook. Can you tell? All right. I'll let you put it at the biggest part of your butt, where the cheeks are the widest. Okay. And he's getting the pouch thing too, so there's another kangaroo in the court here. Okay. His hips aren't so bad, 50 inches. All right. All right, now Jeff, we're going to boot the kitty out of the chair. Come on, Mr. Kitty. You can't do this for him. He has to do it. He's gonna sit in the chair. Well, actually, yeah, sit in the chair for a moment. Remember how we did sit-down measurements for us? Well, you guys, same deal. All right, make like we're just sitting here having a brew, and we're gonna measure you. All right, put your arm down, kind of slouch where you normally sit. And I got it so you can't even see. So this time you get to hear the centimeter first. All right, this time we got like 133 centimeters, which makes him a 52 chest. And then we do his waist. I don't think it's gone down a little. There we go. There we go. All right. Now we're doing that old tummy one of we're just hanging out. This is after 2 beers. 51. Not so bad. All right. For this one, he has to stand a minute. Get it right on your butt, and then hold it there until you sit down. And now we're going to do the sitting hip measurement. Now remember guys, this is you. He's got a 53. That's a few more inches than he started with. Now remember that stuff when you're telling us, oh, I'm still the same size I was in high school. I don't think so. Alright, now we got through the horrible stuff. It's a shoulder seam. I'm down. And we want the right end, which would help. And Jeff has a 6.5 shoulder. Nice broad shoulders, yes. And then center front to waist. We go there, we come down. Yeah, probably about a 16 inch. That would make him 41 inch, or 41 centimeters, excuse me. And then upper arm circumference. The muscle. Yes, the muscle. Ooh, show him the muscle. Ooh, 16, no, 16 and a half. 16 and a half. Oh, let me see, where are we? Oh my, 42 centimeters. Oh, look at that one. That one looks bigger. Oh, it is. It's a whole 17 inches, see? Not everybody's got the same muscle size. 17 inches. It's got like a 43 centimeters. Not bad, huh? Nice and chunky. Okay. Now we're going to do the elbow. Alright. We'll get it there. We'll open it just a little bit. And we have a 12 on that one. Let's see if we have a 12 on the other. Alright, bend it in. Hey, look at, he's got matching elbows. Not like his mother. Now his wrist. Hey, how is that? He's got the wrist the same size as mine. 7 inches. 7 inches again. How could that be? Tiny wrist like mom. Alright, armhole circumference. This is that fun one. Alright. Arm up. Boom. Arm down. Boom. And then turn so the camera can see what we're doing. We put one in the front. We come all the way down. We shove his t-shirt forward. And then we see what number we have coming down. Since Miss Lisa can't seem to find the right end of her measuring tape, we'll do that again. This time, we'll get the one in the front. And we'll get, ooh, looks like a 15 3/4. Okay, now don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. Alright, now, here, carefully take your arm. I can do that. He's got 7 inches there. So what was that number? What are we going to do? What was that last number?
I don't know.
Well, whatever that number was, we add the 7, and that is the whole arm circumference. All you guys, the whole thing. You need to know it. Okay, now we're going to do the arm length from the outside edge. Yep, you can put your arm up. If you bend your elbow just a little bit. No. That one. Gotta bend it. Bend it in. There we go. And we go there. We go there. And 22 3/4 inch. Not bad. About 58 centimeters. And then underarm to wrist, and we're done. And there. Underarm to wrist. 18. think that's what I had. Yeah. All right, men, that's it. We're done with measuring. We're going to let Jeff sit, hide. He's done enough. Oh, we forgot a measurement. Very important one. All you guys know which one we're talking about. Jeff, stand up one more time. Inseam. All right, gentlemen. I know this is a one of, oh, a woman's gonna do it. It's okay, I'm his mother. We start up there. We go down. Now, if we do this right, you can do it all the way to the floor. But most people should do the floor minus 1 inch. So to the floor was 26 inch, so he's got 25-inch inseam. Kind of short for most people, but looks good with him. That makes it a whole 63 centimeters. Oh no. Now he's done. All done with measuring. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. The hard stuff is over. Fabric. Fabric is important. Now, like I mentioned earlier, it's warm weather here, 11 months of the year, and we take a couple of weeks off for cold. That's for us northerners that came south. For the locals, it could be colder for more at that time, but you know. So, here's something. You all like my dress. Isn't it so pretty? It's so bright and everything. Anybody remember the dress I wore last time? Remember this one? It's a nice dress, isn't it? But look at it against my skin. I look pale. I look like death warmed over in it. And then we have my bright dress. It looks happy. It looks... You gotta think about that when you pick your fabric. You want colors that show off you. Now, everybody's got a favorite color, but their favorite color isn't always their best color. Sometimes it's best to ask someone else. Preferably someone who's honest. Not brutally honest, but honest. Brutally honest isn't so good. So, leave your mother out of it unless she's your best friend. Beyond that, my best friends will tell me what I need to know. My sister will tell me what I need to know. Don't have any cousins I know too well, but I'm sure all of you do. Somebody that knows you and has seen you in different clothes, they'll tell you, oh, you look fantastic in that one. You should wear that more often. They're telling you something that's a good color or a good style. Look at the styles you're wearing. Take a look in the mirror. Sometimes that dress that we liked the style of 10 years ago doesn't fit so good now. We need to look at that. We need to go with something that's comfortable but fashionable. Who wants to look, we all want to look great. That's part of sewing. You get to do different fabrics, let's face it. There's a lot of fabrics we can get you don't see when you go to the store. It's very true. Especially with my rayons. I never see these kind of prints when I go anywhere. And some of the neat cottons. I mean, this is a nice fabric. It's a linen, actually. But it's a very nice fabric. It's a nice wash and wear dress. That's why I loved it. Of course, it doesn't do me favors in the color department. I need some life. I know, Lisa, work on your own stuff. I will, don't worry. One day I'll show up wearing this, and I'll have something bright and happy on it, and you'll all say, oh, I can't believe it's the same dress. Yeah, it may happen. I don't know. But fabric is important, and the feel of the fabric. Rayon, which is one I love, has a nice fluid look to it. It always drapes nice. Yes, yes. It takes more and care. You gotta wash it cold. It's better if you hang dry it. You can put it through the dryer, but it doesn't last as long. So, And now that is the end of our class. Just going to let you know we are going to be doing the pattern making next time. So everybody have everything you need to do pattern making. That means either get wrapping paper, tissue paper, any kind of paper, so you can make a big enough pattern. And no, I do not want to hear anybody cutting it on their fabric, because you don't know how much fabric you need yet. You won't know until the pattern's made. But it'll be a pattern everybody can make. And for you guys, hold on, because I am going to go right into pants after this, and then you guys get to do pants. And that will be a nice unisex pattern, so everybody gets to enjoy it. I know you guys sit in the back a little bit on this, but you guys don't have as much wardrobe as we do. So just be patient. Okay, this last portion is like the first one. If I don't read it directly from my monitor, I won't remember the whole thing, and you won't know what I need you to know. Now, I do want to point out, I have heard from some of you that you are unable to see my video, but we do have it printed out in the Facebook page, so you can follow it through there. And I'm hoping some of you can get larger screen phones so you can see what's going on. Or I don't know, if you have a free library like we do and can go to the library and see it, maybe they'll let you do that. But I do know some of you foreign countries don't have the options. I can't wait until things change and you do. So, I'm going to read this off my computer, and this is for everybody to do. Please, if you're capable of doing this, we really want you to do it. It lets you know when I put out a new video. That way, everybody's on the same page. So, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. Click the thumbs up that likes my video, and leave a comment below. For those of you outside of the U.S., it is and always will be 100% free. To subscribe does not mean you pay money. It is free. That is my promise, because that is my way of making sure people know how to sew correctly. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.